So this morning we got a very interesting card. Honestly, every day we get new cards coming out, especially, we don't know when things are going to be released or delayed, but it's fine. We still got sets trending on out here for the OCG, which means we got decent things still coming. So, I want to talk about the fury of the Kairyu-Shin. Let's dig on into this discussion, shall we? I need some likes, because I'm already feeling the cabin fever kicking in. Please, like the video. Alright, so, we got Leviathan no Kiraiku, Leviathan's Fury, or it'll be Fury of the Kairyu-Shin. Alright, so this, when I first read this card, a couple of things came to my mind. It was, well, one, we have a searcher now, and we have a self-replacement effect to make sure that something lives. So, the Fury of the Kairyu-Shin. So, you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, you can add one Torrential Tribute from your deck to your hand. Alright, well that's pretty good. And then we get the, if a water monsters you control, would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Now, when I initially read this, I was like, why do we have a search card for Torrential Tribute? And I was thinking about this, I was like, well, technically, Torrential Tribute's been kind of power crept for years. And I was trying to think about ways to kind of want to find a way to abuse this. So, the first thing I want to point out here is Torrential Tribute is that slow trap card that when your opponent would summon a monster, you would flood the field and kill everything, alright? So, automatically after the start, we're activating a spell card that searches for a trap card that gives a destruction effect for the field, alright? Then to top things off, we have built-in protection for water monsters. Now, every deck in today's format, Orcust has protection. Now, granted, if you Torrential at the beginning of their combo on their normal summon, or the generation of the World Legacy token when we get to Magnite Grisu, sure, that's fine. Torrential Tribute against Salad, it doesn't, you have to Torrential the Buffalo normal summon. Like, that'd be the only point, because as soon as your opponent gets the Balenic set up into the graveyard, what are you going to do? Because the Balenic can just protect whatever, so your Torrential goes to waste. Alright, well, against heroes, well, resolving any sort of Torrential Tribute wins you that matchup free. Gem Knight FTK. Alright, so if I resolve Torrential Tribute on them, I've went first. I'm probably winning that matchup, to be honest with you. Like, that should be no problem. Alright? So, my problem here is, if you do it to Guard Dragon Thunder at, the good stage in their combo, you go into a good position for Torrentialing. What real value do we get out of wanting to play Torrential? No one deck, besides a couple of decks, are really going to want to play this. Now, when you look at Altergeist, good example for this card. I'm like, cool. So, one, we can tutor for a trap card, and we have a protection for a water monster. What is it? Our Melizik is water? Yeah, Melizik should be water. So if your opponent's trying to do something to your Melizik, I don't know why it's staying on the field, for some reason you can banish this and protect our investment. Okay, that's pretty cool. Searching for Torrential Tribute serves no purpose in a True Draco deck, because you stick to the border and then you start doing True Draco things. As soon as you would Torrential your own field. That's the biggest problem I find with Torrential Tribute, wanting to play the card in a format, in general. Because 95% of the way that the game is structured right now, you are building a board. Torrential Tribute goes against that mentality. And the biggest thing I always liked about Torrential and Stun was, if your opponent finally got to that monster that they could, out your board, you would be able to do that. Alright, it's oh cool, I'm going to take you down with me. Kind of like a last resort type thing. So, even in that case, it's not even worth it. Now, I come to the deck that I've been playtesting. You guys probably watched yesterday's stream or what was left over of it, you probably saw me playing Stun. Now, I love Stun to death. Conceptually, just like I said with Stun, like Torrential Tribute's a thing that you can use to clear your opponent's board. You know, you go through floodgates and things like that. Torrential kind of gives you, you know, that thing, but Torrential's main use is going to be dependent on the format. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've actually played Torrential and Stun. Now, then we come back to the fact that Torrential's at 3 now, right? I believe it is. So, I've got Torrential at multiple numbers, and at this point now, we have a card that searches it. We have 6 copies of Torrential Tribute at our disposal for Stun. Now, let's think about this for a moment. Can we get any other mileage out of this card? Because yes, we can tutor for Torrential Tribute for free board wipes all day long. It's good. We get down to the second line of this card. If a water monsters you control be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard. So, if I wanted to play this in Stun, hypothetically, the most of my value right now is going to be from the Metal Reflect Slime. It's water. It's also Egyptian God Slime is also a water monster. So if you somehow find a way to target the Egyptian God Slime and blow it up, I actually have protection through this. Not, you know, battle protection because he's already got it built in, but we have a self-replacement effect on a card that I could already be playing in the deck. Now we go back to the point here of Stun's main purpose in life. Build a board. We summon our first Floodgate monster. If you can't out it, we summon Thunder King, Banisher, Fossil Dyna after the border's been set up, or we summon the Fossil Dyna and go into the T-King, go into the Thunder King. Alright, at this point we're building our board. Torrential goes against that, objectively. And that's the biggest thing I see with this card is the one deck I want to play this card in is Stun. Alright, 6 copies of Torrential Tribute seems wonderful. Having a built-in protection for my Egyptian God Slime seems wonderful. But in today's game state, alright, the fact that one of the best decks, Salad, just does not care about your Torrential Tribute. Like, Balinix has built-in protection for this. Like, what's the point? Like, the nice thing is, yes, after 10, 15 years, we finally have a searcher for Torrential Tribute. Like, that's great, alright? Like, more power to them kind of wrapping this card into archetypes, bringing into it. In addition, they gave you protection. But Torrential is not a solid option anymore. And that's, as much as I want to sit here and go, yes, I'm excited for this. I am, alright? If there's a way to play slower decks, more back-esque things for board wipes and punish the opponent, this is the way to do it. This, Solemns, you know, it's great, but we're in an era right now where if that border goes off the field and I do not have a good solid play besides maybe Torrential Tribute, I mean, honestly, we paradox back around to we would use the Torrential when you would finally be able to out the Floodgate monster, alright? Well, if you're able to stick something to beat a border at that point in the combo, then, you know, that would be fine. But my problem then is we're using the Torrential as the backup plan while killing our own border. Now that the border's off the field, the opponent's just kind of free to destroy us. So, it was good in Gadgets back in the day. Maybe there's a way to play this in Gadgets, but I can't get full advantage of it because I ain't playing Metal Reflect Slime in the deck. And, like, there's no other good solid water monster that I even want to venture out into playing. Now, if you're an anime fan, oh yeah, congrats. I'm happy for you. You have a Torrential Searcher, your Mako Tsunami character deck, one step closer to being complete. That's good news. Actually, that's fantastic news for the most part, that, you know, anime fans and character decks will get the chance to be one step closer. For competitive scene, as of this point, making this video, it's up in the air. I see this is good 6 board wipes in addition to what we're already playing for more control variants. Great. Protection for water monsters? Great. Competitive value for the current metagame? Not so good, honestly. So what do you guys think about Fury of the Kairyu-Shin. Please leave a comment down below, turn on bell notifications, like this video, and let's go through quarantine together, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, YouTube. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.